好了。
Thank you, thank you.
啊，不用谢，不用谢。
太感谢，太感谢。
拜拜。
Park here because I think this is the closest I can get without having to pay for parking. Alright, let's get out of here.
Alright, so we have arrived. Today we're at a place called Xinglong Lake. This is the park area. So today we're going to go ahead and take a walk down here and just show you guys the environment. Fun fact, Xinglong Lake was originally a flood retention zone, I believe is what it's called. In 2018, it was converted and built into this lake. Chengdu is also known as being one of the cities that's popular for its parks. This was built as part of the initiative to enhance the green space in Chengdu. You can see the water is actually real clean.
So fresh and so clean.
So they built this not just as part of the green space, but also to bring back the natural habitat, plant life, and animal life in this area. So we're going to walk around. Since everyone's new to the channel, none of you know anything about me, but I will tell you that I am an American. I've been living in China for 13 years. Most of my adult life has been spent here. I have a family here. My wife is Chinese and my daughters are half Chinese. And I've been in Chengdu for only a short time, but I'm really liking it so far. Spent most of my time in Shanghai, Shenzhen, Guangzhou, and Chongqing prior to this, but I think it's a good balance here. It's really beautiful. It's so nice. Another thing about me is that I'm an introvert. Which is quite ironic considering 13 years ago I made the decision to move to the world's most populous country. You would think that that's not the best move for an introvert to make, but I did it, and I've made it work. You can see, not everywhere in China is filled with huge amounts of people. I mean, you can see around me, there's almost no one here. It's just us. We're just here hanging out. It's kind of an introvert's dream. You can see they've got some kayaks there, some inflatables, some tubes. Able to take that out, do some water sports on the lake here. So like I had mentioned before, Chengdu's known for its green space. This park is, I think the water space is like 4,500 acres. Something like that. A lot of these parks are filled with these running tracks. It's like the turf to run on. You can see it's softer than on the concrete. And it's just a nice place to come and walk around, enjoy your day. We're taking a video here for a guy, helping him out. How? This is the friendly Chengdu people. 好了
Thank you, thank you.
啊，不用谢，不用谢。
太感谢，太感谢。
拜拜。
我可以给你拍照吗？
哦，可以，可以。好。We're doing some selfies here. You can see him take a picture of me. 好。很好。Very good.
谢谢，
谢谢你。
谢谢。
Bye bye. People are just friendly, man. There is a bookstore I wanted to show you guys. We can go check that out together. I actually didn't know about it until just recently, so we can go ahead and take a look and see what that's all about. This is that bookstore I wanted to show you guys. It's right through here. It says every day a reading day. And I agree. Every day should be a reading day. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. You can sit down here, kind of get a view of the water underneath and above. It's pretty amazing. And then you have the books. You can just grab the ones that are here and not packaged to read, I suppose, but it does look like most of them. We got Harry Potter here in Chinese. Looks like most of the books are all plastic wrapped, but there are some that are open. Here, this one. So there are some books that you can just grab and read, but most of these are going to be for buying. And yeah, just kicking back and enjoying yourself in a nice atmosphere. Oh wow, look, you can see actual fish from the lake inside. Really beautiful. Nice and cool inside also. You know, most people, especially foreigners, they tend to migrate towards places like Shanghai or Guangzhou, Beijing, of course. And I've done that. I've lived in those places and they're great. They are international cities, rather top international cities in China for a reason. But also when you get out of those cities and you get to places like Chengdu or Chongqing, can really feel the local vibe a lot more. And it makes life much more pleasant. You're more immersed into daily life in China. It's a nice blend of East and West, I think. The beautiful city of Chengdu. If this was the United States, if this was a park in, let's say, Los Angeles, this area around me here would be filled with maybe 47 homeless people. there would be tents everywhere. There would be, maybe fentanyl addicts and people shooting needles and smoking meth and whatever they do. They would be ruining this place. But here in China, you don't see any of that. You see it's clean, it's nice, it's quaint, it's quiet, it's peaceful. There is a difference between how Americans view public spaces in society and how Chinese view public spaces. In China, the public spaces are honored. People want to show their value by treating it well. They want to keep the spaces clean. They want to keep the spaces nice. It's such a contrast from life in a big city in the West. It's really hard to fathom how far the United States especially has really fallen in terms of quality of life and just safety in general. If you were scared about the things you've heard about China in the Western media, in the news, talking heads, etc., I hope that this helps you kind of see things more clearly. All right. I think let's go down that way, see what we can get into over here. I believe these are like office buildings of some sort, corporate offices. Gonna head up these stairs. Weather's great today, but it is a little warm. I also don't get a lot of sunlight, so need to be mindful I don't get a sunburn here with my Irish skin prone to burning. Look at this. Look at it. Look at how clean. Technically, we're out of the park, and it's still just so clean. Everywhere you go. Oh, looks like there's a tissue over there, actually. Ah, see, I was lying. I'm just another shill, paid by the government to say good things, when in fact, I said there was no trash. There was a piece of tissue on the ground. I'm calling myself out. I'm a fake. Don't listen to anything else that I have to say. There's a place here called T2 Coffee, or maybe it's T squared coffee, because it's got the 2 in the corner, the squared symbol. T squared coffee. Wow. Looks nice. Nice area. Oh, that place is called the Inno Park. This place across the street is another commercial park for businesses. All right, so I'm actually back out here filming again. I had done I don't know, maybe 20 minutes of footage. And then I realized I still had the field of view boosted. And so the angle looked very strange. Show you guys. There's a cleaning cart here with a trash can, so I'm gonna throw that in there. There are actual trash cans as well, but I don't happen to be right next to one. I had walked through here before when I was filming, but like I said, the footage is just no bueno, so we'll try again. It's one of my favorite places in Chengdu to visit. It's not too far from my house. I only live about 10-minute drive from here, so it's real convenient to get out here, walk around. The thing that I encounter, though, is being introverted. It's, especially in a foreign country, it's easy to recluse so much that you're not really actively participating in your life unless you really put forth the effort and the intention to do that. A lot of my time here in China has been spent, if it's not with my family, it's pretty much just myself. It's not always a healthy situation to be in. So I'm making an effort now. I just turned 37 recently. Making an effort now to just get out more and break down my walls from my comfort zone and just try and participate more in my life, be an active member in it, not just let life happen while I'm reclused away, but let life happen while I'm experiencing it and I'm soaking it all in. Had I not come out today to make content, and first of all, let me start with this. Making content, if that wasn't something that was even a thing in the world, of course I wouldn't consider doing this. But the fact that it is a thing and that I am able to do it and that today I came out and did this, I probably wouldn't have met the guy over on the walking bridge there to take his photo. Maybe his photo in that specific spot would have never been taken because I wasn't there. And surely my photo that he took of me, that would have never been taken either because I wouldn't have been there. I would have been reclused up in my house and, staying inside my comfort zone. So if anything, today has just shown me a tremendous amount of clarity that I've made the right choice and that this is how life is supposed to be lived. Supposed to get out here and enjoy it. I do get out. There are times when I feel that boost of introverted energy that expands to becoming an extrovert and I get out into the world, but it's usually short-lived and I don't really have a purpose in doing it other than for my own enjoyment. So now being able to make content really allows me to have a reason to get out beyond just myself and be able to show you guys, just what life is like here. There's so much to see, so much to do, and I spent a lot of my time not seeing it and not doing it. So I'm glad. I'm glad to be here. I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful you're here too. If you're watching this, if you're an introvert, you don't have to be alone all the time. You don't have to stay at home all the time. You can do this too. Heck, you can come to China and do this too. Or wherever you want to travel, wherever you want to go. So this is my first day actually filming with the camera. It's my first day out and about. In a long time, I have not left my house in longer than I'd like to admit. It can be very therapeutic for introverted people to want to remain inside, and it can help us, just kind of recharge, especially if we've been out and around people for an extended time before that. But when it becomes a daily habit, no man, not healthy. Not healthy. You got to get out. Got to live your life. So that's what we're doing. We are out here living our best life. And you're with me. We're living it together. This is beautiful. I don't know what kind of flowers these are. They almost look like the sakura flower, but on a bush. Really pretty. Look at those. Wow. Nice. So if we walk through here, we've got the bookstore there I showed you earlier. And then here's another walking path that seems to go right over the water. Really beautiful. Look at these dragonflies. Wow. I must say, it feels so good to be outside. I am glad that you guys are coming along for the stroll and that I'm out here strolling around. Look at this sky today. It's so blue. We just had days and days of rain for like the last week. And then suddenly today it's just clear and beautiful and one of those perfect weather days that I really enjoy. This lake is huge, actually. We've only covered a very small portion of it. Maybe 1%, literally. It's just such a massive place. Look at that view. It's just amazing, right? There's a little cart here. There's no beverages or food being sold now, but there's always these charging units here. These are portable chargers. You scan that code, it pops out one of the devices, you can plug it in. Little land bridge here where we met the guy who was taking photos. Wow. Just really is so pretty. None of the rubbish you would have to deal with in Western countries. If you're in LA or you're in London, these cities are just overran with homelessness and drug addiction, and it's dangerous, man. There's crime everywhere. In America, you could legitimately be shot at any time, which is wild. Just going out about your day, enjoying your life, and then next thing you know, bam, bam, game over. But I do want to expose a lot of the nonsense that's taking place in the Western media and just the Western viewpoint of what China's about. It's not the way that it's been painted at all. Nature, animals, blue skies, clean air, no crime, no homeless, no graffiti, no nonsense. So if you're dealing with that, if you're living in one of those countries where you're constantly dealing with crime and being subjected to having to live in horrible public spaces every time you venture out of your house, just know that there are places here in China, all over here in China, where you can escape that, you can get away from that, and you can come build a life for yourself that most people only get to dream about. And here in China, we do call it the Chinese dream. So I appreciate you guys coming out with me today. I hope you enjoy this content. If you like it, please hit the like button, hit subscribe if you enjoy watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Until then, I hope you guys are making life what you want it to be. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. So I'm back in my car. It is a Chinese car. It's a BYD, actually. And one of my favorite things about it is on a day like this where it's hot and you're walking around and your butt gets sweaty, just turn it around here, and if I hit ventilate the seat, it shows my seat, and then boom, I'm gonna put it on number 2, and that air is now coming through my seat, and it's cooling off my bum, it's cooling off my back, it's making all the sweat and all the grossness go away, so it's good.